Hey, it's Michelle. Real quick, if you're watching this video, that means that you are part of my family of people who have purchased or worked with me in the past. Now, I've got a new experience coming out, and I wanted to make sure I got this to you first. Let me tell you a little bit about what it is. The name of this is Short Reads Success Formula. And what I'm doing is I'm inviting you into a 30-day book camp. Now, I have to write some books coming up, and I'm going to be doing the process anyway. And what I found is that working with people in the past, it's not enough for you to be able to understand the mechanics of what goes into writing a story that people want. It's not even enough of getting the templates that you would get to follow someone else's shoes. What I have found is that it's more so the experience and the relationship of what you do in the process. I think the best way to explain this is take, for instance, you have a dojo where people go to learn the amazing martial arts. It's not just about the movements, the executions. It's also about interacting with the Sufi, the instructor, the master, and as well as understanding the relationship that happens between the artistry and what you do and that element that you can't really see. So how does that translate into if you want to write fiction, if you want to become a successful self-publishing author? Glad you asked. I'm going to pretend you asked. Okay, so what I have learned is three major things in working as a full-time author, having to write every day, as well as working with thousands of people who either wanted to start writing, who are hitting plateaus, struggles, slumps, and for those who want to take it up a notch. Number one, what I have found is that consistency is a problem. How do you become consistent? And what I have found is that you become consistent by understanding your personal ebbs and flows, your personal way that you create. Some people write every day, every day. Some people work on their writing and then they take time off to gather more information. These types of people, like myself, we're more connectors and synthesizers, which means that we go and we research, we put things into our database so that when it's time to sit down and write again, we have this new amount of upgrades, if you will, of information that we can use to be able to bring that to the table of the book. And for those who are consistently writing, it's the same thing. It's just they do it in everyday thing. And so I have found that sometimes people get kind of guilt-ridden when they can't be consistent every day. And so being able to help you with that, understand that for some of you, you're going to write in bursts, but to be able to make even those bursts consistent, that's part of it. Number two, another big thing that I have found is that you can have all of the head knowledge you want about how to structure a story, what kind of plotting to do, if you plot or not, what's on the market, what's selling, what you need to know. And that still doesn't matter, because when it comes down to it, you still got to conquer that blinking screen. And that is one of the things that when I started working with people, showing my screen, taking what they said they wanted to write, and then we write the sentences, and I tell them why I'm doing what I'm doing, and then be able to have them then do a few sentences. Light bulbs go off and it becomes amazing. Going back to that Sufi dojo kind of example, like when you're learning martial arts and you're going through the moves and the instructor comes and they adjust your hand movements or your legs, or they give you a reason why you want to be in a certain balance. That's the same process that this is going to take, because I found it works. And then number three, the other biggest reason, now this is all about the creation of story. Another big thing is that I have found that we have systematically programmed ourselves out of the creative and moved ourselves into the left brain analytical, and it's hard. And I find that it takes longer to produce when you move out of the creative right brain process. Now, how do we do that? A lot of it is kind of very adventurous. So instead of going through and doing all the prep work at the beginning, and I said all, I'm not saying that you do none, but to the extent that a lot of people would have you, it kind of like quashes the creative spark. And if you've written as many books as I have, I'm going on, in the closer to the 50 range. One of the things that I find is that the more I do this, the less prep time I use so that I can allow the creative to work its magic, her magic, the muse, whatever you want to call it. And so that's another thing that I'm going to be showing you and helping you to do. So now let's talk about the invitation. The invitation is this. I'm going to be opening up a 30-day live book camp where we'll be in a private Facebook group. Yes, I will give you training on all the stuff you need. I will give you the most up-to-date information on what the market is doing, how to do the research, how to set it up so that you don't have to sell because you are already doing the necessary things that always need to come before selling to sell a book. I'm going to show you things like how to get started and just write. And know that you're going to end up with a book. I'm going to show you structure on what it looks like to be able to go through the process and manage yourself. See, one of the biggest things that I have been able to successfully do is to marry the fact that I am a trained, experienced therapist with the creative process. And over the years of being able to help thousands of writers, I help readers with my books, but writers, I have found that that element of the emotional is something that a lot of writers aren't aware of or ready for when it comes. And so I have a process that is going to show you how to manage yourself so that you get through the writing and creative process as well as the branding, promotion, and selling process to be able to market and sell your book. So this is going to be 30 days live in a Facebook group. I am going to be breaking it down into modules. And because you have already worked with me before, you know that I am structured enough for you to get it. But it's going to be really hands-on. And just like I am looking at you now, we'll have weekly training and Q&A for the different sections. We'll also have, throughout the week, I'll be coming to you inside the group, sometimes live streaming, sometimes it'll be an upload of a video or audio, and being in there daily as I work on my project that is due as well. So if this sounds like something that you're ready to do, if you know that you are tired of trying to gather all the information, if you know that you fall into overwhelm, disorganization, and you know that you need accountability and you need someone rooting for you as well as giving you those firm but gentle pushes to get to producing your books, then this is the opportunity for you. I don't know when I'm going to be doing it again, and it may just be after this that you'll be able to get the recordings. But now is the time to be able to get a six-figure earner, full-time self-publishing author who is also a successful writing coach to be in your corner with you live doing this. So because you are my peeps, I am going to be opening this up early to you, and you're going to get a discount off of what it will normally charge. We're going to be starting in a few weeks, and I wanted to make sure that I took care of you first. So there is a button that you'll be able to go and sign up. What will happen after that is once you sign up, I'll put you into the group. You'll get instructions on how to do that, and then I will give you updates and we'll get started. Of course, I'll give you a little preliminary information that you can look through too. So thank you so much for being with me. Thank you for watching this, and I hope that this is something that you get involved with, because you can do this. You are a successful author. Let me help guide you, assist you, and give you useful information to make sure that happens. All right? This is Michelle. Press the button, and I'll see you on the inside, okay? Thanks. Bye.